now tapped into another episode of Wanna Be Heard. I'm your host, Flo the Pro. This is Volume 2. Today I got with me an artist, actor, clothing designer, CEO of Rich Decisions. Introduce the people to who you are, bro.
What's going on, people? My name is D'Kwan Winslow from Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
All right.
Pastor Tank County.
Okay, all right. Matter of fact, man, tell the people, just let the people know where we at, man. Elizabeth City is where, dog. That's northeastern North Carolina, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On the water, on the coast.
Yeah, we right there.
Right on the coast.
We right there by the water, man.
For those y'all don't know.
We a few minutes from the Outer Bank. Not a few, but you give about 20,
about
30. Something like that,
nice
bro.
little ride.
Yeah, right up. But look, let me ask you this, man. With your presence that you got on social media right now, Rich Decisions is bound to take off. Tell us tell us about it. Who in there, man? Who you got lined up?
Well, with Rich Decisions, man, it's a brand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a brand. It's not just clothing. We do music. We write movies. We act. You know, certain ones act. We're just trying to expand and have our hands in everything. You know what I'm saying? You got Jay Trinity. Shout out Jay. You know what I'm saying? That's my nephew. He's the music side of Jay Trinity. So with Rich Decisions, he's Rich Decisions too. When you speak upon Rich Decisions, you have to mention his name.
In there somewhere.
You feel me? It has to be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about that.
Blow up. Okay. And look, as far as Rich Decisions music group, man, what do y'all have like in the plans going on right now?
With the music side, Jay Trinity really he handles that. Mm-hmm. But he definitely got music on SoundCloud, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? RichDecisions.com. Go to that. I think he got an album coming out.
Hey, and don't forget to check that out. Who is that again, bro? Tell him.
Jay Trinity.
Jay Trinity. Rich Decisions.
SoundCloud, YouTube. Y'all check him out, man. He's an animal on that microphone. He's an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's a different breed than these young ones. You know what I'm saying? You know the music that's out now. We all know the type of music that's out right now. Yeah. But he's positive. You feel what I'm saying? He's speaking about a lot of things he's been through and things he's conquered and you know what I'm saying, things he's achieved and still trying to achieve. You feel me? And I think he has a lot to say to the youth and to grown individuals too. To be honest with you, bro.
Cool. So yeah, check it out, man. That's Jay Trinity. He representing Rich Decisions.
Coming soon, new music from Jay Trinity.
Look at what your man do. Yeah, take a trip to Cancun.
Slow up.
We so dead. I'm a shit regardless, no friends. I'm a niggas planning no biz. Get you find a star, no spin. I pray you get you more wins. I ain't praying on your downfall, but I'm anti-social type of schizophrenic. That's the reason I ain't never round y'all. You play on monster in the round sauce with a 40 burger like a pound dog. I'm a big pool and I'm big pool. I got top 5 in my town. Let's go. Get it off of my fam. Shopping easy, it'll work for you. Bitch walkers like Sam. Yeah, text got a word for you. I can never wish the worst for you. Who works for you while you can. That shit to prove that kids to me when I get the work out the man. You know.
Rich Decisions.
Okay. Look, you can find Rich Decisions online, man, streaming, all the social media platforms. Let me ask you, what does the lion head represent?
I knew you could ask that. So I have a lot of people ask me that, man, but I actually came up with that because, you know, we all consider us as kings of men. Really. So, you know, to me, the lion represents king. You know, he's the king of the jungle. You feel me? The lion protects his kingdom to the best of his ability. He gonna fight to death to protect his loved one in his kingdom, over and over again. You feel me? No matter how, what they call them, the ops. If the ops come and try to run their territory, that king gonna fight to death every single time.
Okay.
But with that, right, the kingdom that he's fighting for, they're getting nothing but love for him now, so they're gonna protect him also. So that's what form a whole kingdom, right? But now you got the op. He's gonna get tired of fighting you. He's gonna get tired. You feel what I'm saying? But then you got to think about with being a king, with all of these obstacles that he's going through protecting his kingdom, he got to make rich decisions because whatever he do, it falls back on his kingdom. He has to be there for his kingdom.
Okay.
You feel me? So during all of these wars and battles he's done went through, ups and downs he done went through, he have to make rich decisions in order to still his kingdom and protect his people. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. So then when it comes to that, now you can't win because you have a whole kingdom. He's gonna fight, but his kingdom will fight with him. You feel what I'm saying? But then when it comes with the glasses, with all of that he done went through, right? Ups and downs, pain, suffering, the lost people, the lost lions, or whatever, you feel what I'm saying, in his life, he going through a lot of pain. You can look at his eyes and tell. So that's when he throw them shades on.
Hide it, mask.
And he hide his mask.
Okay.
And he keep it moving. Strong.
All right.
King of the, you feel me? So that's where that comes from.
All right. And look, tell us the members, man, that you're working with and the projects that y'all got going on. As far as like clothing and anything as far as rich decisions, man, music or whatever.
Okay, we got a lot of, as far as clothing, we got Cashmere in the making. That's Tiana Terry. Shout out to Tiana. You know, she's coming out with Cashmere. That's the female line of Rich Decisions under the umbrella. Okay. We got Lavish Plus. Lavish Plus is the BBW line. So all the BBWs, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard for them to find clothing. You know what I mean? Like you got some with big hips.
So yeah, come find it
Come
here.
Rich Decisions. You feel what I'm saying? You got, of course, Rich Decisions. You know, Real Fluid. That's my brother line. That's my brother brand. But you know, we all as one.
Yeah. Shout out Ryan Brown.
You know, Ryan Brown. Shout out. You feel what I'm saying? We got a couple of movies coming out. Of course, Unloyal. You know what I'm saying? That's a series that's coming out, written by me, directed by Brick by Brick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Brick by Brick, 4K Visions. You know what I'm saying? We got Unloyal. I got a short movie called Tough coming out. Geek in the movie. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of puts you in the mind of what's that movie? Love Don't Cost a Thing. It kind of puts you in the mind of that. You know, it's something different for the audience because I don't want to just act and do the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we want to expand, but then you got shout out Cocaine, Cajun Wine and Smalls, Rock Shine, Loyalty and Love. That's being shot. That's going on. I got a couple of scenes in that. There's a lot of projects going on this summer, man. This summer with Rich Decisions, the other upcoming, you know, artists and entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a lot of, this year, 2025, is definitely a year.
My day ones, day twos, day threes. I swear we all about to get it with great ease. Always trust what you feeling and take heed. And keep your vibration high in the 5D.
Pull up, hop out, show up, show out.
See, this shit is like a revolving door.
Show up,
Abundance.
show out. Pull up,
But look
hop
like
out.
losses ain't always.
Shaka on the beats.
I just chose the path that you know what I'm saying? Everything I went, I chose that path, you feel me? Everywhere, you know what I'm I'm saying? I just chose the path that you know what I'm saying? Everything I went, I chose that path. You feel me?
We back. Want to be heard. And you were speaking earlier, man. Rich Decision Music. You were saying that Jay Trinity, he was making a lot of moves, man. And I've seen that on social media. Tell the people who you know what I mean? Tell the people about Jay Trinity.
Jay, that's my nephew, man. Blood nephew, my sister's son. Jay, man. Jay always did music. You know what I'm saying? He's an animal. Anything dealing with music. You know what I'm saying? But when I got out of prison and brought Rich Decisions to him, the idea, he loved it. You know what I'm saying? I did a little music myself. We recorded, I'm talking about down to it, we were just recording off a little computer. You know what I'm saying? Little phone, I think it was like a little phone book or something like that. But yeah, Jay Trinity, y'all definitely need to look him up. Jay Trinity, man, Rich Decisions. He got 3 albums out right now. He's working on a mixtape. But yeah, man, he's definitely a gift. But he owns half of Rich Decisions. Like I said, when you speak upon Rich Decisions, you have to speak upon him, because when I brought it to attention, and he loved it, he loved the idea, and he's been with me riding it out through the struggles, the ups and downs, ever since. You feel what I'm saying? He's investing. That's it. Rich Decisions is him.
Like you one half, he the other half.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
then y'all move.
And we move as one. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm the movies and the clothing side, you know what I'm saying? Entertainment. He's the music side. You know what I'm saying? I could do music if I, you know what I'm saying, myself. I do music myself, but I choose. Now that's not too much my lane. You know what I'm saying? But I can get busy on the mic now. I don't know what they're talking about.
Those were scenes from the new series, Unloyal,
went through the
coming to
stage of
Netflix.
dismissal. Whole time it was bitchful. Crooked halo sinful. Loyalty no rekindle. Now that presence out the window. His gender was revealed. Was better off with a wig on. No longer out here with you. You no longer are run out that ladder. Those niggas clip.
Hey, tell the people about your upbringing, bro. You know, your childhood.
Okay. Man, I was raised well. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad was brought up in Kingdom Hall as Jehovah's Witness. My mom and dad, they raised me very well. You know what I'm saying? I just chose the path that you know what I'm saying? Everything I went, I chose that path. You feel me? But yes, my dad was firm. My mom and dad was firm. They disciplined me. A lot of things when I was younger that I did, a lot of kids probably thought I was able to do it, but I wasn't. I just was rebellious. You feel what I'm saying? And I was the one that dealt with, like, I'm going to just deal with the consequences. I had fun while I was out. You feel what I'm saying? But I was terrible, bro. But you know, like I said, I was raised very well, man, at the Kingdom Hall. Of course, my pop stayed on me about a lot of things, man. A lot of things I was involved in. With the gang banging and the drugs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I started sniffing cocaine at the age of 16. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I started, I was going to school sniffing coke off the black art tables and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it was things I was doing that with my mom and dad was not proud of me about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't know nothing about that part, but you know what I'm saying is like
the route that you were going, they weren't proud.
They wasn't proud at all. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I knew better. You know what I'm saying? I was raised better than that. You know, I was raised with morals and respect. And I always kept that going through, even when I was in the street, you feel me? I've had individuals tell me, I'm different. You know, when you raised a certain way, they can tell you're a different type of individual. And do you need supposed to be doing this? You don't need
you radiate a little different on it.
You feel what I'm saying? I tell people, like, everything I didn't have to go through the stuff I went through, but I went through it for a reason.
It was a learning experience.
It was a learning experience. It was a lot, and I got it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, once you done dealt with negativity so much in your life, and you know, when your life was based around negative things, you feel me? When it comes a time for let's try it, because ain't nothing work out evidently. You feel me? Nothing but time catching charges, the time away from your kids, you burning bridges. You feel what I'm saying?
And on the other hand, we've been conditioned, man, negatively.
Right.
And our minds, man, we kind of like learned how to do that defense.
Yeah.
So you can't just come out here and be book smart anymore. You got to be book smart and street smart.
Right.
So yeah, when you put them together, man, it's like the greatest survival package.
You're unstoppable.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're a superhero. You're X-Man type.
You got to have some common sense in that too.
Yeah.
You ain't got no common sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah, you ain't got no common sense.
It's over for you. I've seen that. People that were like book smart and all that, but didn't like have
cool feeling. You do it.
Yeah.
You said it do.
That's how they work. I'm talking about, but the mind was like way, yeah.
Slow up. Yeah, man. I took my mom and dad through a lot. For real, I did, man. And I apologize to them for the fullest for it because, with me growing up and seeing, going through stuff with my nephews and, you know what I'm saying? And the warration that I put them through, bro. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? And for nothing. But everything that they have taught me, I never forgot it. You know what I'm saying? It always stuck with me. It just took that, I was one of those kids where you got some that when they go through a situation, all it takes is one time. I was one of them individuals. I would keep going through the same thing, going to prison for you know what I'm saying? And then, but it comes a time in your life that gets old, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got 8 kids, bro. You know what I mean? So, and I know as me, when I was younger, and I definitely wasn't the most responsible person, especially coming up, you know what I'm saying? We're having kids at a young age, and I got married, and you know what I'm saying? So, it just comes with growth, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And, I done came a long way from the streets and from just life in general. I had 2 major surgeries.
Wow, bro. Talk about those surgeries.
Yeah, man. I had kidney cancer and a brain tumor. I used to work on those. Actually, the situation had been going on for years, my growing up and stuff like that. But I actually thought it was coming from, because I used to do cocaine and ecstasy bad, so I thought it was like withdrawal type thing. And I was on the road, I was a travel cook, so I was traveling and cooking it from, state to state or whatever. I started getting sick, long story short. It was a situation where I went to work and I was just, I kept throwing up all day long, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was going on. Got admitted to the hospital. Long story short, I had kidney cancer. So, yeah, I had half my kidney removed, so I got one and a half kidney. A situation I never went through in my life. I never want to go through again. It's a lesson that I beat it. It was a long road coming here, but you know what I'm saying. But and right after that, maybe like a month later, I had brain cancer. I had a tumor on my brain. Brain tumor. I'm sorry about that. Brain tumor. And they removed it. So like a year, I was like out of recovering type thing. Yeah. But it set me down, bro. It woke me up. It made me understand what was important to me in life. You feel what I'm saying? And it wasn't too late. You feel me? Like, I went through a situation, because I don't know if ones know, but with Jehovah, we don't take blood. So we don't take blood. So, and I was presented with a situation when I had brain surgery, that if I didn't take the blood, I may not make it. Yeah. You feel me? So I had a decision to make between my parents and how they raised me and me taking a chance of in this world. You feel me? Yeah. And that just went along with my belief in what I was raised and how strongly I respect my parents and know, understand that what they raised me was the right way. you know, it was a hard decision. I had a good support system. You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk about, I kind of get like, you know what I'm saying? But I had a good support system. You feel me? My daughter, my mother, my father in there, and I had to make that decision, man. And I looked at my mom and dad, man. And I was like, I just go down crying. Now I'm in between them. I gotta make a decision, you know what I mean? But long story short, man, I came up with the decision. The doctor came and asked me what decision I make, and I told him I wasn't gonna take the drug. Okay. And I woke up. Long story short. You feel me? So that just lets me know that because I gave it the hope. Okay. And that just made my faith so much stronger in life. Now I look at shit so differently. It's nothing that he can't do. It's nothing that I don't give to him. Like, you know, when I got out, and when I even after my surgeries, bro, I still was out here doing unnecessary things. You feel me? And not showing God that thank you for these blessings. You feel me?
You have to go through an awakening sometimes.
Yeah, the first surgery I was out here playing around, still, you know, with a cane, toting pistols, stuff like that. They set me down again. And that brain surgery is a surgery. I never want to go through that ever again in my life.
Out now, streaming on all platforms.
No
The album Time to
stopping.
Be Great by Flo the Pro.
No stopping. No stopping. No stopping.
Yeah, you got Flo the Pro, Volume 2, Wanna Be Heard. I got with me D'Kwan Winslow, CEO of Rich Decisions. Dog, anything you want to talk about, man? Any shout outs? Anything, you know?
Well, I'm gonna shout out everybody because I don't wanna miss nobody.
Okay.
I don't want nobody to say, bro, you know what I'm saying? At the
You ain't call me out?
Yeah, you shot me out, you feel me? So shout out to everybody, to anybody that support Rich Decisions or with the movement, real fluid. You know what I'm saying? A set quest. You feel what I'm saying? A 4K vision. Everyone that support anything that's positive, bro.
Anything you push it forward, you
shout out to everyone, man.
Respect.
And, you know what I'm saying? Link up, man. richdecisions.com. You know what I'm saying? Forever Us Never Them. That's my email. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, you know what I'm saying? All types of platforms.
On various streaming platforms, man.
Yeah.
Social media platforms, bro. Yeah, I love it, man. Hey, we gotta keep pushing each other forward.
Yeah.
Word up. Hey, look, you heard it here first, man. I'm your host, Flo the Pro. I got D'Kwan Winslow. Wanna Be Heard. Flow up.
Flow up. Rich Decisions.
Coming soon, a new series from the minds at Rich Decisions.
Most of us stay strapped up. Old goons enlighten us. The way of seeing things.
I'm loyal.
Slowed up my speed and I tightened up. Slowed up my speed and I tightened up.
New on Netflix.
Say low, your nigga. Respect the game. It's always.
Don't forget to tap in. Wanna Be Heard, Volumes 1 and 2. Streaming on YouTube at A Set Quest. Flow up!